AFCON 2023, game 1 of day 2, and Nigeria, the mighty Super Eagles, have drawn 1-1 with Equatorial Guinea. First of all, I just want to tell you, Makumi, I told you Nigeria will draw. Korea, I told you Nigeria will draw. I told you guys, as you can see in this prediction that we did earlier. My biggest issue with Nigeria was I was not seeing where the creativity was coming from. And today I just saw it again. They have not won the last 3 games. This is just their 4th draw. First of all, I need to give a shout out to Equatorial Guinea. Like, they actually balled. They actually played so well. They defended when they needed to. They got an early lead through Salvador. His other name is Ivan Edu, but Salvador. Yeah, they played well to the wing. Machine was one of the key players that we pointed out early in the tournament as players that might do something for this team. And yeah, they just defended well and they were really good on the counter. Their press was quite smart. They were not pressing too high, but also not staying too deep. So you expect a team like this to stay very deep, but they're not that deep. And the one thing I realized about Equatorial Guinea, even from the last AFCON when they made the quarterfinals in 2022, is that they'll get a chance and they'll take it, and they're quite solid. Their games don't end in many goals, so that's one of the reasons why I actually went for a draw. Another reason I went for a draw is because I just didn't see Nigeria scoring chances. So one aspect of the game that I really genuinely enjoyed was seeing the movement of Lukman and Yusuf, who got injured and got stretchered off. Hope he's okay, or he'll be okay. It's not too serious. And Osimhen, like the movement of the midfield, the two midfielders in behind Osimhen was quite good to see. Iwobi was sort of getting in there, but he was not really making those runs. So they've tasked Iwobi with that job of trying to thread those passes. But that's the one thing Nigeria lack. Even Daniel Amokachi, the former Nigerian footballer, was commentating, and he said the one thing they lack is a JJ Okocha. I know Iwobi is Okocha's nephew, but that's where the similarities end. Like, he tries. He can thread that pass every once in a while, but it's not something that he does over and over and over again. I still think that pass he gave to Osimhen and the Osimhen had a one-on-one, Osimhen should have taken that chance like cleanly. First of all, let's just speak about Osimhen. Today I've seen a lot of good of him and a lot of bad in him. It's like I saw the Osimhen from Napoli last year and the Osimhen from Napoli this year. The chance he got and the header, opportunistic striker, clinical in the 18-yard area finish, like no nonsense, right? Then there were chances where he was just missing, like the one-on-one was up, and he didn't even miss properly. It went like super wide. Then something else that he did that shocked me was the number of times he was getting caught offside. He was not getting caught offside by like a small margin. It was so clear that he was offside over and over and over again. So again, shout out to Equatorial Guinea for their high line. They were really compact. Communication was really good at the back. Yeah, I think they deserved this draw in every aspect. In fact, if had they gotten a winner at the end of the game, I wouldn't have complained. Then obviously Lukman assisted Osimhen's goal. So again, his movement was quite impressive. Simon is the other person I'm thinking about. Simon, he kept on switching wings. He was taking on the defenders. Like, he looked very solid. The way the game started at first, when Iwobi had a shot on target within the first 20 seconds, I thought it was going to be more of the same of the game we saw yesterday. Guinea-Bissau taking on Cote d'Ivoire. And then Nigeria started going to the wings, and I thought they'd take over. But then it's like there were just certain tweaks that the coach was making, and I was very impressed with tactically how they set up and how they executed this game. Yeah, Osimhen, you need to take your chances, man. Like, Boniface is not coming back. Like, I feel like they didn't have a plan B once Boniface got injured, and it's like they were going to play a 4-4-2. This 4-2-3-1 is just not working. Like, they need to figure out something. Whether they start getting what's the fullback's name called, Sanusi higher up, or I don't know, but something has to change, or something has to start clicking. Let me not say change, it's a bit too early. A draw is not a bad result, but it's Nigeria. You expect to be winning your opening games convincingly, you know. And Equatorial Guinea are not a bad side, but on paper, Nigeria was the stronger side. So yeah, this is a tough draw for Nigeria to take. A good draw for Equatorial Guinea. They're still showing their form. They might still end up in the quarterfinals again if these people are not careful. The next game is against Guinea-Bissau. That is a must-win, 6-pointer, and then Nigeria take on the hosts, Ivory Coast. That is going to be a